Welcome to Insider Reports channel. Russia has renewed ground attacks in Ukraine. At the same time, Russia has expanded its bombardments against Ukraine. The roar of heavy artillery strikes echoed throughout Kiev throughout the day. The occupation also says the United Nations has caused the fastest-growing refugee crisis since World War II. Hundreds of thousands of people were stranded in besieged cities as food dwindled, clean water supplies dried up, and medical supplies dwindled. Israel refused to supply UAVs to Ukraine on the grounds that it would intensify the war. A forepost UAV of Russia was shot down in Zhytomyr today. The downed UAV is a licensed copy of Israel's reconnaissance UAV, AI Searcher. Israel has been trying to look at the region impartially for a long time. On the one hand, Russia's attacks on Ukraine were condemned, but on the other hand, Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett went to Russia and met with Vladimir Putin. After the meeting held to end the war, experts wrote that the Israeli Prime Minister did not want to spoil bilateral relations with Russia. Russia, on the other hand, does not give up on its goal despite the warnings and harsh sanctions. The capital, Kiev, which it has been trying to blockade for a long time, still remains the primary target for Russia. Satellite images of a 1-mile-long convoy north of the city show Russia repositioning its forces for a new offensive. The International Atomic Energy Agency has warned of what it calls deteriorating and exhausting conditions for personnel at the defunct Chernobyl nuclear power plant in northern Ukraine. Since the first days of the occupation last month, Russian troops have occupied the facility north of Kiev and close to the border with Belarus.